Okay, let's hash it out. So, what do we say? We said we have to think about, whenever we're evaluating a candidate, we have to think about, do we think that they have what it takes to win, right?
Yeah.
What else?
Will they make an advocate around here?
Are they going to advocate for me? Are they going to represent me?
Yeah.
Are they going to, do they care about the things that I care about, right? So, do you think Trump has what it takes to win?
No.
Okay. Do you think that he's going to advocate, or does he represent the things that are important to you? Okay. Do you think Joe Biden has what it takes to win?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't know much about him.
Okay. What's important to you? How about that? Let's start with that.
Black lives.
Black lives, okay.
Animals.
Animals, okay. TikTok.
The world pollution.
World pollution. Those are important to you. So now you have to think about, okay, well, are the candidates, where do they stand on the issues that are important to me?
Oh, and people in cages.
And people in cages. Okay. Has Trump put people in cages? Okay.
He sent people back to their homeland.
Separated children from their families and put them in cages, huh? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know the things that are important to you. Has Trump cared about the things that are important to you? Has Joe Biden represented for the things that are important to you?
Not sure.
You're not sure. What about Kanye?
Not sure about that.
You're not sure about that either?
I've heard of him. Got used to him a little bit, but I don't know them.
I got you. That's fair. That's absolutely fair. So now what does that make you do? You have to do some research. Do they care about the things that are important to me? So if you know what's important to you, what we call those your interests. If you know what's important to you, then you look for, do the candidates speak out and speak about and advocate for the things that are important to me? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So, from what you know, from what you do know, let's say this. That's you as an individual voter. Let's ask the question about this. Who do you think the world knows more? Do you think people know Donald Trump on the rate of how people know him, or how notoriety, you know what that means? How famous they are. Who's the most famous person between Donald Trump, Kanye West, and Joe Biden?
Donald Trump will be one because of what's been happening.
Okay.
2 would be Kanye West.
Okay.
Because he's a rapper.
Okay.
And he's like an upcoming. Yeah.
Okay.
And then 3 would be Biden.
So now, if people don't even necessarily know anything about the candidates per se, they at least know their names, right? Okay. So if you're an uninformed voter, now you're going to look, if you had to go into the polls tomorrow, who would you vote for? Would you vote for Donald Trump? Would you vote for Kanye West? Or would you vote for Joe Biden? Never thought about it that way, huh? Who would you vote for? And there's no wrong answer. Probably Kanye, right? Why Kanye? Why Kanye? You're not sure? I think you do know. I think what it is that, okay, let me ask you this question. Do you think Donald Trump is doing a good job? No. Okay. So now it's like, do you think that Kanye West would do a worse job than Trump?
Probably a little bit higher, but he probably wouldn't put people in cages.
So right then and there, you've already come up with how you're making your decisions. Do I know this person? Right? Do they stand for the things that I stand for? And do I think that they'll do a better or worse job than the current incumbent, the current president? That's what it's about. So it's like people want to say that, oh yeah, Kanye this, Kanye that, but if it was between Kanye and Trump, who would you choose? Definitely Kanye. So now, do you think who do you think is going to out of those three, who do you think people are going to be most excited about? Kanye, right? Kanye. Why? Why do you think that people will be more excited about Kanye?
Because now that you hear a rapper is going to be in the candidates, you're gonna get more excited.
Why?
Because of his level of
famousness, right? Level of famousness. So, yeah, we talk about Kanye West being a rapper, but do you know Kanye's a billionaire? Do you think he became a billionaire from just rapping? How did he become a billionaire?
Not sure.
Doesn't he got a brand of shoes called Yeezys?
Oh, he made those?
Yeah! He partnered with Adidas, but he owns the Yeezy brand. So here it is somebody that does international business and became a billionaire. You said you like environmental sustainability and pollution and whatnot, right? You wanted to stop pollution, yes? We call that environmental rights. You know who was working on environmental sustainability? Kanye! He was working on building affordable housing here in Calabasas. Dealing with different prototypes of how to build housing and sustainable housing. So, here it is when we look at our candidates, we have to look at who's going to excite the people, who's going to get the people out to vote. Because a lot of people say what about their vote? Are a lot of people voting or not a lot of people voting?
I think a lot of people are voting.
Okay.
But then I'm probably the other half will probably want to stay out of it.
Okay. Which is, what I found is that there are a lot more people voting now than before. But a lot of people, have you heard this? My vote doesn't count? You heard people say that? I hear people say that all the time. Another thing I hear people say is that, well, I don't vote because I don't know what I'm voting for. So I'd much rather not participate at all because I don't know what I'm voting for. Have you heard that?
Yeah.
And you said, you was like, oh, I don't know too much about the candidates. I don't know what I can say. You know what I mean? But the fact is that if you know that you don't know, what we can do is what? Google, search, research, and look it up. These are people that are going to have power and control over our lives. So shouldn't we know something about them?
Yeah.
Even if we don't necessarily like them? What you think? Just because you don't like them doesn't stop them from them being in power, right?
I mean, all the power he has, Donald Trump has, it's not going to change anything.
What you mean?
Like, let's say, all the power you have doesn't make people want to like you anymore. If you have too much power and you're going to abuse the power, nobody's going to really want to be around you.
You feel that Donald Trump is abusing his power? How so?
It's because if he's gonna ban TikTok, you're gonna have to ban it if we're actually doing something wrong.
Do you think TikTok is doing something wrong?
No.
Oh.
Just making videos.
Just making videos. You know what TikTok collects? Data.
Yeah.
You know where that data goes? The data goes, it's owned by a Chinese company.
Yeah.
And the Chinese companies utilize that data in a way that's not necessarily good for United States interests. So that's one reason why he's trying to ban TikTok. You get what I'm saying? So, but the only way that we know that is if we do what? Research. So that's just our quick little political science lessons for today.